Hey, Matt. Welcome to Indy. I imagine a week ago at this time, you didn't expect to be sitting here. From your end, how did the last week play out, and what were your conversations like with the Falcons, and how did you get to this point?
It's definitely been a whirlwind of a week for sure on my end. And I suppose, yeah, this time last week, we didn't know, how it was going to shake out. I've never really, throughout my career talked about what goes on in the building. I've always felt like you protect, the organization, the team, and all those things. And, I've also been fortunate that I've never been through a transaction or a roster move, which is commonplace and day-to-day for the majority of the locker room. And so it was a different week. It was a different experience. I thought, I'm not naive. I understand how this business works and that there's going to be movement. And so from the time it started last week until we sit here today, I thought everybody handled things professionally. I didn't like everything I heard, but you don't always like what you hear sometimes. But they, were professional and handled it really well. I knew, at some point I was going to need to make a decision on whether or not I wanted to stay. And as I looked into it, I knew there was only one spot I wanted to go.
Man, please.
Well, all right then. 222 games, 367 touchdowns, 59,735 yards, four-time Pro Bowler, 2016 League MVP, one Super Bowl appearance. All of that gone. And now the rebuild begins for the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm telling you.
Know that. If you don't know that, you don't know nothing. What's up with the Falcons?
If you don't know goddamn the rebuild that start, you don't know nothing else. You can believe that. It's over with. The movie that went out. I ain't trying to be funny, but I really believe this 2 years, this 2 year behind.
Yeah.
I truly believe it's 2 years behind. But it's over. So I'm saying the fans been wanting this for I don't know how long. At least they happy.
Well, you've been there, Ryan, 2008 to 2021. A lot of memories. You heard all the stats I just rambled off. A lot of numbers, a lot of playoff victories, a lot of shortcomings, losing some division titles. Y'all did make one Super Bowl appearance with Matt Ryan. He had the best year of his career back in 2016 when he won league MVP. Y'all never got over the hump. That New England Super Bowl, I think, crushed everything within that organization, and things just were never the same after that. Kyle Shanahan walked out the door. That also, right, that aided and everything too. Matt Ryan's career was never really the same after that. So, what do you think happened? Because I mean, like in theory, like outside of Atlanta, we have our thoughts on what happened after that Super Bowl loss. But what really happened after that Super Bowl loss?
They took the man away they took Matt Ryan security blanket away. And what I mean security blanket is Shanahan. Mm-hmm. Shanahan put Matt Ryan in good predicaments. What I mean by that is Shanahan could call out a play and tell Matt Ryan where to go to. Like, I know they're going to be open. You know what I'm saying? I know they're going to be open. And Matt Ryan, you deliver. When you took that away and you just called out the play, now Matt Ryan got to go through progressions and shit like that. He going to nut up. And that's what you've been seeing ever since he been gone. Crucial interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Crucial mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Shanahan didn't have him in that predicament. Like, when the Falcons had Kyle Shanahan, they were scoring on their first possession every game. Their first possession, they're going to score 7 points. Not no 3. They're going to score 7 points. When Shanahan started with 3 and 9, they might score 3, shit like that. But I
they slowly but surely lost a lot of people too, I think, over the years.
They lost some folks. But they still had the core they bit. They had Freeman, they had Ryan, they had Julio Jones. That was the core when they had Shanahan. They still had that core at least 2-3 years after Shanahan left.
Yeah. Well, Julio had his issues, physically had his issues.
He could stay at the doctor's office.
That
But the
running
reason why
back,
he
that
couldn't
running
stay at
back
the doctor's
group
office,
had their
'cause
issues too.
the reason why Julio Jones could stay at the doctor's office is because the man we just talked about, Matt Ryan, throwing the ball, he got to catch it from behind, he got to jump in the air, he got to fall out on the ground. That shit take a toll on you. You ain't finna keep doing that. So I said it when they got the Sean. When I said it when they were trying to get the Sean Watson, man. Real talk. When they try to get the Sean Watson, I said if I can get the Sean Watson, they got something going on for the next 4-5 years. But boy, if they don't get the Sean Watson, man, them folks ain't got nothing going on for the next 4-5 years, man. They gonna be like that for the next 4-5 years.
Well, let's take a quick look at the current state of the Atlanta Falcons. Of course, you guys, that's the one thing I can notice from day one. You guys really don't have a lot of money invested in too many people. Grady Jarrett overall makes the most money, but Jake Matthews, it may be time to move on from Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews, he's a decent left tackle. I don't think he ever lived up to what y'all really wanted him to be and needed him to be, but Jake making $18.3 million a year. I think at some point in time, right.
He ain't worth that. He ain't worth that, period. He might have been used to worth it. He ain't worth it now.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, over the past couple off seasons, you guys lost both safeties. You went out, you drafted Richie Grant. Richie Grant had a rough 2021, and I was real high on Richie Grant. I still am high on Richie Grant. Maybe he can be that cover one safety y'all really need on the back end because, A.J. Terrell can handle his business.
I like him. I get him a lot of hate when they draft him. But he good.
So let's take a look at this young dude right here. And that'll be cornerback A.J. Terrell. Now, A.J. Terrell is the key guy. Because if you see this deal right here, after 2023, y'all have the option of actually picking up his 5th-year option, which I'm pretty sure y'all gonna do. You can pick that 5th-year option up, and you can delay his money for another year. But then, you also running the risk of having a situation where he want to get paid. He may not show up after 2023. He's gonna want to be paid after this season. So let's say A.J. Terrell goes out 2022, this upcoming season, and he balls out. Y'all got to pay him.
Yeah.
That man's going to want to be paid a year early.
9 times out of 10, they're going to come with the franchise.
That'll be bold. Y'all might as well pay the man straight up. There's no point in kicking the can down the road with a talent like that. You go ahead and you pay that talent.
Who we talking about?
A.J. Terrell.
Nah, I ain't talking about the player. I'm talking about the team.
Oh, well.
They going to franchise tag him. They're not going to pay him straight up like that. They're not going to do that. They're going to franchise tag him. They just gave Jake Matthews $18 million.
True.
So they going to franchise tag him. They're not finna let Jake Matthews go.
They can move him. Trust me.
For what? They said they can move him, but I don't believe they want to move it.
Well, I mean, Jake Matthews is still
already shaking. The offensive line already shaking. It's 5 offensive linemen. Jake Matthews may be the best one. The other 4, who are them?
Yeah, Jake is what, 30 now?
Yeah, I think he's 30.
Approaching 30.
So by the time, after this season, next season, with the AJ Terrell thing, shit, they ain't gonna if they lock him in, shit, they ain't gonna be able to get nobody else. Like with the draft, let's say they get a quarterback in the draft, they got him for 3 years, you ain't got to pay him. They say they get a wide receiver in the draft, you ain't got to pay him. But whichever one you get, the other one you gonna need. If you get a quarterback, you gotta drop you gotta get a wide receiver from somewhere. If you get a wide receiver, you gotta get a quarterback from somewhere because Mariota ain't the answer.
Well, I mean, at some point in time, you want quality players. You're gonna have to eventually pay those quality players. Y'all took A.J. Terrell for a reason. Terrell turns out so far in his first 2 seasons to be looking dynamite. I know last season he was the 2nd-rated corner through PFF in the league behind Jalen Ramsey. So
Yeah, I know he
why
was
not pay him? And I mean, I can understand. I think it's all going to come down to what the state of Atlanta is within the next 2 years. Because if Atlanta's still terrible in another year and a half, I can see not paying AJ Terrell
Listen.
$24 million a year.
So now you see why I said they ain't gonna pay him. You just called out. I'm gonna bring back what I said earlier, because everything I said really go hand in hand. That's why I said they ain't gonna pay him. I said if Falcons don't get Deshaun Watson, they're gonna be terrible for the next 4-5 years. They're gonna be trying to find their way for the next 4-5 years. If I say they'll be terrible for the next 4-5 years, they don't get Deshaun Watson, they got to be terrible for the next 2 years anyway. At least 2. So I don't see like last year they won 7 games. They won like 7 games last year. But I don't even see them repeating it.
Jerry says Falcons missed out on Justin Fields last
They did
offseason.
last year. They drafted a goddamn tight end. They still believe in Matt Ryan.
Well, I mean, that didn't make any damn sense considering the fact that you turned around and you traded Matt Ryan pretty much a year late. You could have traded him last year and got more for
2 years
him.
late.
Yeah. Then at least this job would be a lot more attractive for a lot of coordinators if you could say, okay, well, you know what? We going through a rebuild, but we got Justin Fields.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, at Atlanta kind of doing
They
things
drafted the
ass
tight
backwards.
end, bro. They drafted the tight end, bro. With the
Yeah.
with the 4th pick in the draft, they drafted the tight end.
Well, I think, Pitts is going to be a hell of a player, but
He may
I don't
be.
think that's what you build the team around.
He may be a hell of a player, but within the next 4-5 years, who's gonna be throwing in the ball? It's gonna be wasted talent.
Marcus Mariota.
What have you ever done?
Well, listen, man, I can understand that y'all brought Mariota in pretty much to be the bridge. But the bridge to who?
I'm assuming they're gonna do it right this year and get the ball. Who you were just talking about?
Malik Willis at number 8.
Yes. I'm laying on that really.
Well,
Really, I'm laying on that really. And I'm not even really a fan, but I'm laying on that before to do this. That'll make up for the Justin Field move that they didn't make. So they see like it seem like they behind. They're a little off. And they're a couple years off and making doing what they're supposed to do. So
Yeah.
I hope they do that. But if they don't, they're gonna go get a wide receiver. They gonna have nobody throwing the ball, and it's gonna be a waste of a year for him. Same way with Pitts. Pitts good. He damn good. But he finna waste at least 3 years in the NFL coming around where he at. He ain't got nobody throwing the ball.
Well, here another issue as far as payment wise. Like when it come time to pay Kyle Pitts, let's say Pitts ball out for the next 2 years, and y'all been lining that boy up outside, and y'all been lining that boy up in the slot all these snaps. He gonna want to be paid like a wide receiver.
If Pitts ball out, that mean the Falcons having a good year.
Not necessarily.
Why not?
Calvin Johnson balled out here year after year, and we were still terrible.
You right about that. That's true. You ain't lie about that. But Calvin Johnson special though.
I think Pitt's special.
Yeah, he could be. He shaped like that. You may be right about that. But that's enough. Like with Pitts, you said 2023 with AJ Green. I mean AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
2024 with Pitts. What 2024 with Pitts or 25?
Yeah, y'all gonna have to pay Pitts.
They can't play both of them.
Well, that's why y'all need to go ahead and find that quarterback within this draft. Because ain't no guarantee. I don't know if they planning on tanking this upcoming season, but that ain't no guarantee. There's no guarantee you're going to get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud from Ohio State.
They ain't going to try to tank.
It's going to happen on its own.
Them folks just traded basically with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They just traded when they let Matt Ryan go. Now I take that back. When they came to Matt Ryan and told Matt Ryan we looking at Deshaun Watson, they turned it to the Jacksonville Jaguars when Deshaun Watson went to Cleveland immediately. Turned right into them. I think Jacksonville got a better team than the Falcons right now.
They got more hope.
They got a young quarterback. They got a group that coming with each other, that know each other. They played with each other last year. Shit. The quarterback ain't no backup. Because the quarterback didn't start. He got 16 games up on his belt. I think the quarterback better than Mariota. Mariota every night. Mariota ain't finna do nothing but the option. To take out running. That's all he finna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something I wish the Falcons would do though. And it might sound crazy, but I'm really talking. I ain't really talking about getting wins. I'm really talking about for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about Atlanta, they always gave you something to make you believe. Even didn't know if they gonna do that. The Falcons always came with something every year to make you believe like shit. We'll be all right this year. We might be a little better this year, whatever. But this year, with Matt Ryan gone, ain't nothing there to make you believe. Nothing. So if I were the Atlanta Falcons, I'd call Cam Newton and put him put him in the race with Mariota. They're the same people. And
I don't think that's selling no hope to the fans though.
Shit, the fans will come to the game just because the man from here.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna help y'all move the football.
Mariota gonna help him move the football?
He may be more capable at this stage in his career than Cam is.
How? He was a backup.
He healthy.
He was a backup last year.
Cam
wasn't hurt. Cam wasn't hurt for Carolina last year.
Yeah, but I think Cam been hurt for the last 4 years though.
He wasn't hurt last year for Carolina because he came in about the end of the year, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, just in theory, I think Cam is beat up.
He may be. That
over
might be true,
over an accumulation of years, but
I can see them bring him into camp and have a little quarterback war with him and Mariota, and we'll win-win.
Well, this is what I find interesting about y'all, man, is the fact that Arthur Smith went out and he got the dude that he had in Tennessee,
and
Marcus Mariota, a mobile quarterback.
He benched him.
But okay, but then also, if we think about his entire era with Tennessee, he always had a mobile quarterback. Tannehill was mobile. Mariota was mobile. For that brief moment that they had Jake Locker before Locker walked away, Locker was mobile. That's what kind of makes me think they could be leaning towards a mobile quarterback at number 8. In Malik Willis. Malik Willis gives them gives Arthur Smith the opportunity to run the type of offense I think he wants to run. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. With the Malik Willis move, that sound about right. Cause at the same time, he a new coach in Atlanta. Said new owner. I mean, with a new president or general manager, or whatever. We got a new one of them.
Yep.
So 9 out of 10 they want their own people, and it's the perfect time to drop their own people. So and their own people like the quarterback. They start out with the quarterback. So I won't be surprised with that. That'll be a crowd pleaser too. That'll sell some beer. That'll sell some hot dogs. That'll sell some peanuts or whatever they sell.
Definitely.
That'll sell it. So because right now, it ain't about no wins in Atlanta. I'm telling you, ain't about no wins, period. It's about trying to get folk to buy season tickets to make them believe in something. Because the Falcons won one game last year. And I know a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans who got season tickets that said they ain't buying none this year. And in some kind of way, they fucked around and got the Arthur Blank. He know about that now. So they got to try to get something. And that boy, they'll do that. Malik will do that. People come to the game just to just to hope he get in the game.
So hands down, straight up, I'm gonna ask you this: your personal opinion. What would you do at number 8?
I'm finna get Malik Willis.
If he's on the board, you personally would take Malik Willis.
Yes.
What if he's not on the board?
I'm gonna go get that boy the boy from Pitts.
So you going quarterback? You would go quarterback regardless at number 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Cause I know Mariota ain't nothing but a bridge. And right now I ain't got time. I ain't got time to wait on next year draft. Then when the next year draft comes, I gotta wait on him to develop. So then that's another year. So say, now we're gonna start this shit out right now. I gotta start out right now. I can't start this shit off in 2024. I gotta start it right now. By the time 2024 comes, if I done did my homework right and I got the right quarterback, shit, I'm set.
So personally, what are you hearing from the organization as far as what direction they're leaning in?
I'm hearing the boy Willie, but I'm hearing about a wide receiver too.
A wide receiver at 8?
Yeah. I'm hearing
Well, I mean, y'all did lose Russell Gage. Y'all lost Russell to Tampa, so I know that double hurt.
Yeah, and they lost what's
Ridley.
y'all do? Yeah. So I hear him in the draft. I hear him talking about drafting a wide receiver. But in my case, I wouldn't get no wide receiver. I'm saying I gonna get a wide receiver in free agency.
True that.
It's a bunch of I can get a wide receiver laid off in the draft. The wide receiver coming down a dozen. So I'm finna get a quarterback. I'm worried about my future right now. When I got rid of Matt Ryan, that was my mind frame. That was my mind frame if I'm with the Falcons. Soon as Matt Ryan left, this year, that's all I think about is a quarterback. That's it. That's why I believe they try to move up with y'all. At one point, they were trying to move. I don't know if it's still going on, but Detroit and the Falcons were talking about trade spots. I don't know if it's still going on though, but that was the word out. That's why I believe the Falcons want to move up because they want a quarterback. They got to want a quarterback, bro. Anything else, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, to move up 6 spots to not take a quarterback.
Yeah, anything else is bullshit. You can't wait no the next. The quarterback will take a whole year to get ready. That's why the Justin Field move would have been so great last year. The Justin Field move would have been great. You drafted him last year. You get rid of Matt Ryan this year. Justin Field got to come out and play a little ball. I ain't gonna say how good he'll be, but by next year he should be locked all the way in. And the ball will be rolling. They should be rolling. They'll have their foundation already locked down. Now the foundation ain't locked down.
I mean, it's possible, but the whole thing with that is if the dominoes would have continued to fall the way they eventually fell, Fields would have been stuck there with nothing. There would have been no Kyle Pitts. There would have been no Russell Gage. There would have been no Calvin Ridley. It would have been just Justin Fields there and nothing else.
And this draft right here, now we can see about a wide receiver, a tight end, some shit like that with this 8th pick right now.
Well, if we want to be honest, man, at that pick, y'all could go offensive line too. Like I think if Atlanta trying to build things like properly, you took a toy at number 4 last year in Kyle Pitts. You gonna take another toy at 8 in Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave or Drake London or whatever? Like y'all need offensive line help too.
I believe we can get that in free agency though. That can be done in free agency.
Quality offensive line help or just depth?
I'm saying you can find out of 5. I'm not saying you're gonna get 5. You're gonna get 5 good offensive line, but you can find 2, at least 1 or 2 of them in free agency. I see teams do it all the time. Who just did it? Cincinnati just did. Okay. Cincinnati just signed 3 offensive linemen out of 5. 2 on Pro Bowler, 1 on he ain't no Pro Bowler, but he come from New England, so you know he got to be good. They got that boy Collins from the Cowboys. They got the boy from Tampa Bay. They best offensive lineman. One of their best offensive linemen.
Yeah.
And they got a boy from New England. So you can't go find something in free agency. You got to be ready to spend your money.
Well, they had the money. That's the whole thing. I'm not sure how much dead money Atlanta's sitting on right now as far as Matt Ryan.
I don't know how much money they got too, really, to be truthful. I don't know what they got. I don't know how much money they playing with. But the only thing made me say something about the money is I see everybody making moves, bro. Everybody make, like I see the LA Rams make all the moves, getting all the damn players. How much money they got? You know what I'm saying? How much money they got? So why the Falcons can't be broke?
Well, I mean, some owners are willing to pay that tax to go over the top. So
hey, man,
some owners not.
If it make you do that to win, man, you gotta come on with it.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You think every owner in the league really want to win? Like, it's a lot of owners who just care about that bottom line and they just want to make money.
Yeah,
if they win, that's a plus.
They're trying to sell a lot of beer, a lot of hot dogs. I understand that. But it seemed like when they brought that to Atlanta, though, it seemed like they want to do a lot of beer, a lot of hot dogs, but they don't know how to give you the bait to make it come by to being a hot dog. They want to give you bullshit to make you come by think you're going to come by to being a hot dog and watch bullshit. You got to give them something to want to watch. You got to give them something.
Well, I think that's the thing too. I don't think the Falcons they've ever really been built the proper way. Like looking at the Falcons from a distance, I've never seen an Atlanta Falcons team. This is going back to like the mid '90s, early '90s. I've always seen Falcons teams with wide receivers and corners and an edge rusher here and there, a big play quarterback or whatever. When was the last time you seen an Atlanta Falcons team that was tough as hell in the trenches? Great defensive line, great offensive line, run the ball first. Like you've never seen, at least I haven't. Personally, I've never seen an Atlanta Falcons team that was built like that.
I can call out one time, bro. That's what it is. I call out one time, and the moment was too big for them. That's why they lost. That was 98.
Oh, with Jamal Anderson and Chris Chandler.
Atlanta Falcons team with Eugene Robinson and Terry Mathis and
Tony Martin
and them folk there. That 98 team, they were about everything you just called out.
Yeah, they were scrappy.
When they got to the Super Bowl, the real Atlanta Falcons stood up. It was too big. It was too big for them. That shit was too big for them.
I think Denver was.
Though, is what you just called out though.
I think Denver was better too, though.
Yeah, they was. I ain't gonna lie, they was. They were better than the Falcons, but the incident with Eugene Robinson and shit like that, they made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made it worse.
Yeah.
But that's the closest thing. They're the closest team I can say that would compared to what you just called out.
Yeah, I mean, I find it interesting what y'all gonna do at 8 because I think if one of those elite offensive linemen fall, whether it's Evan Neal or Ikwanwu from NC State, that got to be an idea.
This gonna tell me that right here though. If they get one offensive lineman, Mariota gonna be there for another year.
Not necessarily.
Who gonna be your quarterback next year then? Who gonna be your quarterback next year?
Maybe a rookie. I mean, listen, I don't think just for the simple fact that Mariota is Arthur Smith's guy, just like Jared Goff is Brad Holmes' guy, I don't see Mariota being there anything less than 2 years. So he's gonna get y'all through this season. And then whoever y'all take, whether it's a guy this year or y'all take a guy in next year's draft, he's gonna be there for that guy too. He's gonna be there for y'all at least 2 years.
That's what I mean. That's why I said if they draft a quarterback this year, Mariota ass out of here next year. You can believe that. So his ass won't be here next year. Cause they gonna put that. Cause I'm assuming they gonna go get that black boy, and he finna go out there and be the quarterback for next season. They're gonna put him out there trying to come on with it. But if we get an offensive lineman this year. What I'm talking about, they should do this year. They'll do next season. They'll get a quarterback next season, cause they're gonna have another top 10 pick this season. I mean, next season just like they have this season. Like last year they picked 4. This year they pick 8. Next year they probably pick something like 6. Some shit like that. Cause I don't see them winning them by 4-5 games. I don't see them winning 7 games.
Man, I don't. They might be swapping picks with us. We might be picking 8th, and they might be picking 2nd in 2023.
They might do. They might do. If it do go down like that, it's still the last 2 years in a row they've been in the top 10. And if they do it with y'all, the last 2 years in a row they've been in the top 5.
True.
So, I don't expect that changing next season. Like next season when the draft come again, we do this all over again. I can see them picking in the top 10 again. Unless Mariota reconnect and do something that they thought he was going to do fresh out of college. The thing they saw in college, he come back and do that now. But I don't see that, though. Like, I don't see that.
Let's be honest. If we was betting on it, I would probably be betting for Atlanta to have the number 1 overall pick next year. Like, for one, Mariota hasn't played in 2 years. Second, even when he was playing, he wasn't the most accurate, efficient throwing quarterback in the league either. And then you couple that with the fact that you guys don't have the cupboard is bare wide receiver wise right now. So who is he going to throw the ball to anyway? I think everything is pointing towards Atlanta probably having that number 1 overall pick, tanking without them even trying to tank pretty much.
Over Houston?
Yeah, I think y'all going to be at this current rate. But you got to remember too, Houston got 2 top 20 picks. They picking 3rd overall, and they picking 13th, I believe.
It depends on who they get.
Yeah.
They believe in it. I don't believe they're going to get no quarterback when they don't want them pick.
No, they've made it known that they believe in Davis Mills, and
Yeah, they
Mills
believe in
played
Davis
well
Mills.
last season considering the
By the
circumstances.
end of the year, he did. You think is it so worse than the Jets?
I want the Jets to be better. I think the Jets are going to be better. I'm not sure if the Jets are going to be better. But like right now, I would bank on the Jets being better than y'all next season.
The reason why I'm caught the reason why I'm caught out them teams because I'm looking at them 2 teams I'm caught. I just caught out the Jets. They should come in last in their division. I just called out the who I just said and Houston. They should come out last. They should come last in their division.
Well, the Jets got 2 first-round picks too.
Coming in 3rd in their division.
The Jets got 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah, and they stay in the top 10 every year.
And I mean, Miami got to prove it to me. Like Miami got a brand new head coach. Tua got, he got some new weapons, but Tua still got to prove himself too. So I mean,
they got what's called at the backup. I think they got that black boy what his name? Who you play for New England?
Teddy.
Yeah, they got Teddy. They got Teddy Bridgewater they back up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Teddy ain't pushing the ball downfield either though.
I feel they solid. I ain't mad. They solid. He ain't gonna hurt you though. He ain't gonna hurt you. He ain't gonna hurt you. Not like that. But they should be better than the Jets.
I like Zach Wilson right now more than Tua. They got a 2nd-year head coach. Miami got a 1st-year head coach.
Hold on. You say you really saying you like Zach Wilson arm better than Tua? That what you really saying? Because he throw a better deep ball than Tua.
I like Zach Wilson's skill set, period, over Tua's. I mean, I was never a Tua fan to begin with.
How many games did Miami win last year?
Miami won, I believe, was it 9?
Yeah, about 8. I think they won like 8. They went 8 and 9.
Because they started the season 1-9.
Yeah, they went 8 and 9, something like that. I think the Jets won 4 games, 5. Zach Wilson didn't complete the whole year.
No, I think Zach missed I think 4 or 5 straight games towards like the early middle part of the season. But once he came back, he started hitting his stride. At the end of the day, I think he looked. Mac Jones was probably first. Mac Jones was first, and then I think after Mac Jones,
he made the playoff.
He looked after Mac Jones, I think Zach Wilson was the second best.
He just fit like if they trade places, you get the same thing out of Zach Wilson that you got out of Mac Jones if they trade places. I think they
probably not because Zach has more arm strength. You can open the playbook up more.
What I mean by that is the reason why Mac Jones had more success than Zach Wilson is where they landed. And then, like, if you put Zach Wilson in New England, you're gonna get the same production. I'm saying Zach Wilson would have had a better year than Mac Jones. That's what I mean by that. Where they fell at messed them up.
Yeah, Mac Jones' success was scripted.
Yeah, but
through Bill Belichick for the most part.
Yeah. You just hitting it on the head with it. But but back to the Falcons though, I believe they have a better year than the I believe they have a better year than Houston. They have a better year than the Jets. And the reason why, because their division not as hard as their division is. Like Buffalo gonna beat the Jets. I think Miami gonna beat the Jets. I think New England gonna beat the Jets. I think Tennessee gonna beat Houston. I think Jacksonville was split with Houston. And I think Matt Ryan will beat Houston. I think the division more tough.
That division is more.
I think the Falcons can split with Carolina. I think they can split with New Orleans.
I think if we talking about the bottom feeders, we comparing Houston and Atlanta. I think Houston's division I think is more winnable for them than Atlanta's division is for them. Y'all ain't getting nowhere close to Tampa. I don't think y'all getting anywhere close to New Orleans. New Orleans is gonna still be better. And then Carolina.
I don't think about New Orleans. I think New Orleans. They still ain't got a quarterback. They just like the fact they ain't got a quarterback.
But the cupboard ain't bare, and the culture is still there. That's the whole thing.
Still ain't got a quarterback though.
They got famous Jameis.
Man, that man, when the season started in September. The man tore his knee up and got there in November some shit.
They got Andy Dalton too.
Oh yeah, they do got Andy Dalton on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
I forgot about him. I forgot about him. That's solid. Andy Dalton can hold it down until James Winston come out. You right? I forgot about Andy Dalton. You right about that. Yeah, they straight. You straight. You right about that. You right. I forgot about Andy Dalton.
So yeah, I think Houston. Even though I don't think their division is winnable for them.
Houston can't get close to the Colts or Tennessee with Derrick Henry.
They can beat them. They proven they can beat them though.
Not with Derrick Henry.
On any given Sunday.
Not with Derrick Henry. They didn't beat Tennessee last year with Derrick Henry.
Man, listen, Derrick Henry time is coming. His time is coming. It comes for all of them running backs his size who get all them carries.
You're right about that, but right now we just gotta go about. He ain't came yet, so we can't stand on it. We got to talk about what we see.
They don't have a quarterback.
They quarterback better than the Houston quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. With the scheme that Ryan Tannehill run, with the scheme and Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill look all right in that scheme.
Yeah, with Derrick Henry behind him.
That's what I just said. That scheme with Derrick Henry, he look all right. He talked about when they got Derrick Henry back there because they take a lot of pressure off on him. But with Houston, what? Like Houston, you think Houston better than Jacksonville right now?
No.
I'm gonna say yes. The reason why I say yes, because they got a brand new coaching staff down there in Jacksonville. They had some bullshit going on. I already know with what the name is. Myers came out of all the bullshit or whatever.
Urban, he long gone, but Doug Peterson there now.
The boy from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they better than them.
The perception is that Trevor Lawrence.
I forgot all about Doug Peterson when I know. Yeah, he better than them. He better than he'll have them folks together. They gonna lose because of talent. They're gonna lose because of talent. So that means Houston my last in their division. Is the Atlanta Falcons better than the Carolina Panthers right now?
No.
So that mean Atlanta and Houston both last in their division.
Well, that Carolina Panthers roster is loaded with talent though.
But it's all about
not at the quarterback position.
It's all about Sam Darnold.
If you look at the cornerbacks Carolina got, the front seven players Carolina got, the running back Carolina got, DJ Moore, he's still a stud. Nobody really talks about that often around, the league.
So offensive line suspect though.
Yeah, they are. But if we just comparing the rosters, Carolina got players. Like they've done a pretty good job the last couple years.
They really made me mad last year. I thought they were gonna do way better than what they did.
Yeah. I was disappointed J.C. Horn got hurt too.
I did.
I thought, man, you and me both thought Carolina was gonna make the playoffs. I thought last season.
Yeah.
Before the season started.
Who you say got hurt?
J.C. Horn, the cornerback.
Yeah.
The first round pick. He got hurt, and then other guys started getting hurt, and then the defense.
Hurt, so he can't got their doctor's off.
Yeah.
So the running back.
So let me ask you this. One last question about Arthur Smith. Let's say Atlanta goes out and has another bad season. Is he walking on, he treading thin ice?
I could say that after the draft. Not this draft, the next year draft. And the reason why I say that, because let's just say they get an offensive lineman. Like, okay, they're trying to be a sign. And they have a terrible year. And they got a top 10 pick. The next year come out, they don't get a quarterback. They get somebody else, a wide receiver or some shit. And he have another bad year. His ass out of here.
I was asking that because, in this day and age, the NFL, these head coaches, they don't get 3 years to be awful. You get a free pass that first year. You can be awful that first year. That second year, you get about half a season before everybody in the state start looking at you sideways. So
that's why That's another reason why I believe they don't get a quarterback when they get a chance to draft. This year they draft. So that'll eliminate your excuses.
It buy you some extra time too.
Yeah. Cause they be like, see, he got his man. I said, let him work with his man. They want you to have your own man. They want you to have your own people, the people you want. They want to have the people you want. So I can see him doing that. But if they don't get no quarterback, his ass out of here and got them by 2 more. He had that'll be 3 losing seasons. He'll be dead. But if he get his own man, like you just said, that'll buy the time. They'll give him a chance to get them. They'll try to deal with him.
For sure. Know that. Tell these people where they can find you.
Hey, man, y'all know what's going on, man. Know That Sport, man. I'm on all podcast platforms. All y'all do is type in Know That Sport, man. I'm in the building. I'm got them on my IG, Mr. Moore Drive. I'm saying all Know That Sports. What got to do with Know That Sports on IG under Mr. Moore Drive. I'm saying I'm on Facebook. The Facebook group name is Know That Sports. Know That Sports Facebook group. Just type in Know That Sports and on your Facebook, and you can come join the group, man. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. 365. Know that if you don't know nothing else. And you can go on YouTube, type in Know That Sports. I'm saying, and I'm on there too. So, know that if you don't know nothing else.
Y'all heard the man. Till next time, stand up and stand out. Peace.
All the time. Know that.